welcome back to my channel. Today I am excited per usual because finally the new Anastasia palette, Cosmos, has arrived. This palette has been an absolute pain in my ass. So I had a coupon from Ulta for $15 off 50, and it included prestigious brands. So I was like, oh my gosh, this palette is coming out, like I can't wait. So I went through the whole like thing, and I was like, I wanted to make sure that the coupon was gonna work. Well, then they set back like their release date, and I was like, well, now their online release date is very close to when they're gonna release it in store. So I was like, I haven't gone into a store and I can't tell you how long to purchase a palette. So I got myself so excited thinking I was gonna bust up in Ulta and pick up this palette in hand, look at it, and then go up to the register and give them this $15 off a 50 coupon and get $15 off this palette because it's $55. So I was like so amped up about it. I was like, I'm doing this, like so excited. And then I was on their Instagram because I kept going online and it was like not available, not available. And I was like, what the heck? And then they were like, oh, there was something with the release dates also set back to be released in store. And I was like, are you kidding me to order it online? Because I thought my coupon was going to expire and there was no way I was paying full price for this palette when I had a perfectly wonderful $15 off a 50 coupon. Okay, so I've been anxiously waiting. It was like, oh, I ordered it on, I don't even know, but it was like, oh, expected delivery in 2 days. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's still gonna come. And then it updated. It was like, yeah, it's not gonna be there until like 4 more days, like after what it was saying. So it still took like a week to get here. So anyway, I have not actually looked at the palette like in person. I did like peek at it really quick just to make sure no shadows were broke, because I was like, if I open this and the shadows are broke, I'm gonna be really mad and people will need to see me being upset and mad on camera. So I did like do a little quick peek to make sure everything was intact, and it was. So I'm excited. I've seen quite a few videos of people using this, and I am really intrigued to see if some of these shadows, especially these shimmers, and I don't know if they're multi-chromes or what they call them, if they classify as shimmers, whatevers, duochromes, I don't even know, metallics, if they perform the way that they're saying, especially this one color in here. So let's see. Okay, it's this one. I want to know if this Quasar performs the way that everybody's saying, but it is pretty. I mean, it looks like your typical Anastasia palette. Again, you get some mattes down here. And then you get a couple mattes over here, and then the rest are shimmers. But the thing is that got me, I was like, oh, okay, I feel like I have these colors in like a bunch of other palettes. But when I saw people using them, and supposedly this color performs differently when applied over another one, that's really what I want to test out. Like, these people really made these shadows seem like, oh my gosh, they're amazing. So anyway, that is why I got this palette on sale, to see if a lot of these shimmers are as amazing as everybody's making them out to be. So if you want to see how this palette does, then just keep watching. So just a little side question. Do you guys prefer when like I zoom all the way in? I feel like I watch different videos. I like it when people zoom in because I can really see the shadows, and I feel like I like it like that, and I feel like the videos turn out better. But sometimes when I'm editing and I feel like I'm looking down, I am not cognizant of the fact that you're looking at the top of my head. So then I'm like, well, that's kind of annoying, you know, and I'll work on it. I'm trying to make a conscious effort to do that, but sometimes I'm like looking down at the table. But anyway, some people keep the camera like back here and do their eyes from a little bit of a distance. So if you guys have any input, you feel like you feel one way or the other, you know, let me know, because I'm playing around with it. So maybe I'll try to go like not as close but a little bit further away, so you're still seeing like more of my face maybe. I don't know. So you do get a mirror. That's actually a pretty nice mirror. Not bad, doesn't distort your face or anything like that. I do like this mirror because it's large enough that I see like more of my face, and then I have my mirror set a little further away. So just a little note there. So I think for the first color, I want to go in with this Space Dust color. It's just a nice I don't know, I would call that like a neutral nude tone. It is pretty soft, so just be aware. That's a nice color for a nice neutral. Bring it in. Oh, and I'm using my Morphe E30 brush. You guys know I like to blend this transition shade all around. Pick some more up, and I'm gonna bring it underneath. I really want to use as many of these shimmers as I possibly can. If I want to do a little bit, I'm just going to jump right in. I want to go in with this super cluster color because I was thinking about my outer corner, but I'm not really sure what I want to do out there because I feel like this quasar color I'm going to do on my other eye, and I'm going to use it by itself and then layer it over another color. So I already have in my mind that I want to do that. So I'm not sure what I want to do with this eye, but I do want to do a lot of shimmers. So I'm going to pick up that super cluster color on a brush, and I'm going to place that in the center. It's a pretty color, so it doesn't... Are you getting blue vibes? So like it's blue in the pan, but as I'm putting it on, I'm getting more of like that green and yellow shift to it. But let's see if I could build it up. All right, now I'm gonna pick it up with my finger to see if I get a little bit different coverage. See how it's like more solid there? So let's see. It's a pretty color. So now I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, and I'm going to get it wet with my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. And let's see what it does. It is pretty. It's like nice and shimmery and bright. I'm gonna wipe that brush off, and it's pretty clean. And then I want to go in with this Orion color, this one here. It's like a pink, but it has like a gold flecks in it. Let's see what that does. So it's pink. I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. It's got a little bit better payoff. I wonder if it's going to look different if I pick it up with my finger. See that? I feel like using my finger, I got more of the glitter on there. So let me go ahead, pick that up with the brush. Let me get it wet and see. It's such a small like section on my eyelid, and my fingers aren't tiny by any means. I'm gonna blend this across into it's pretty, I mean, but in all honesty, it looks like any other pink shimmer. You know, like your basic pink shimmer color. I don't know. I don't think it's anything earth-shattering. Yeah, I'm sure if you have other pink palettes. I mean, if you don't have any pinks, then yeah, you know, this might be a palette that you could start experimenting. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that super cluster color and blend over where those two meet up. Get a better blend there. I think I want to go in with this Eclipse color. It's like a deep grayish plum color. And I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M507 brush. Take that off. It's a very subtle color. And I'm not going in, you know, heavy-handed because I want to have control over the color. So if we go in too heavy-handed, it's going to be a lot of work to blend it out. That I'm going to go back in with that first brush, soften the edge of all those colors. And then I'm going to pick up that prior brush and pick up more of that super cluster color. And I'm going to blend over top of where that Eclipse color and that super cluster color meet up. I'm getting a lot of fallout from the glitter, like all over my face right here. I'm gonna get that wet. And tap over it. Ever so light. It is pretty. Alright, so let's leave it like that. And then I think what I want to do, I might bring that Eclipse color down under. So I'm gonna pick up more of that on that Morphe M507 brush. And I'm actually gonna bring that down. Under the eye like that. And then I'm going to go back in with that Morphe M124 brush. I want to pick up some more of that pink Orion color. I'm going to spray it. And I'm going to put that on the inner corner. And bring it down into that Eclipse color. Do not get this glitter in your eye because it will not feel nice. So there is so much glitter all over my face. Hold on. I'm gonna take this Luxie 660 Precision foundation brush and see if I can brush away some of that glitter. I mean, if it's in an area, I mean, it's not terrible. It looks like I just, you know, put glitter on my face to a degree. I just don't want it all over my nose and all that. So, you know what? Looking back, that is pretty. I think the color combination, I do like it, but I'm going to leave that eye like that for now, and I'm going to go ahead and hop over to this other eye. And I'm excited because I really want to see what this color turns out like. So I think I want to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with Comet. This one here. This brown, this little darker brown. And I'm going to place that just like I would. Oh, it's got a nice, it's got some nice color payoff to it, and it's blending out really nice. So that was really nice. Okay, so that is a nice shadow. I'm going to bring some more, or put some more on my brush. I'm going to bring it down underneath. I just blend that all over like that. Ooh, I hope this is as pretty. I hope I didn't like beef this up, but I hope this is as pretty as I think it might be that I've seen. So I'm gonna go in with this color here, this Quasar. I don't know. I'm going to try to pick it up on this Morphe M124 brush. And I'm going to put that on the inner corner. Bring it across. So it's definitely got, again, like some yellowish, greenish flecks in it. Here's the color. You know, it's got more of a gold undertone. But let me pick that up on my finger and try to get it up in this area. Hold on. I should use my other finger, but I wasn't thinking. So that's what it looks like. It is pretty. Let me get some down. And then, hold on, let me grab some more of that on a brush. Let me get it wet. I'm just pressing that on the eye. It looks very yellowish green. Okay, so here I'm gonna pick up another Morphe M124 brush, and I am going to, ooh, I really want to pick up that galaxy color. But I'm gonna pick up this dark matter color. It looks like it should be a black, but I think it's actually, it looks like it has more of like a purple undertone to it, like a deep purple. So I am going to put that right here in the center. A little bit over the color already, but I'm gonna go in the center and out like that a little bit, just to get a nice bit of coverage of this color. Does look like it'd be buildable. I feel like it's a little patchy right there. But I am going in like fairly light-handed because I don't want to make a mess. I just want a nice bit of color there. And then I'm going to pick up that prior Morphe M124 brush, and I'm going to pick up that Quasar color and put it right over top of that. That's where that color differentiation comes in. Okay. So really it's just applying, you know, this isn't anything earth shattering. We all know that, you know, if you do lighter or darker under some, but it's pretty. Let me see if I can get a little better coverage though with my finger, and let me use my other finger. You could definitely see like more green. Obviously it's just giving it that darker base to put it on. And I think the whole idea is, you know, now you see more of like that green shift to it because of that darker base, whereas on the inner corner you see more of like the yellow. I mean, you do see the green, but it's not as intense as when you put it here. Alright, so let me go ahead and work on blending those two colors. Just working in between, well, I say those two colors, that color together. I'm just going to go back and forth between where they meet up. I'm going to go back in with that first brush and just soften the edge where that dark matter color is. And that's really nice that it's blending out and down. I really want to see what this is now. All right, hold on. I just got like super excited. So I don't typically jump to putting shimmers on my outer corner. I usually use a matte, but I really want to see what this galaxy color right here looks like. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's like a deep blue, and then it's just got so much shimmer, like blue shimmer throughout. So I'm going to pick that up on this ColourPop E21 brush. Tap it off just a little bit, and I'm going to put that out here on the outer corner because I want to see what it looks like. I don't necessarily know that I see so much of the shimmer. That like I want to see. I'm gonna bring it in a bit. Let me see how forgiving this color is. I'm gonna soften that. I did go in like super heavy-handed with that color. Went a little ham there. It's gonna be a little harder to blend out. So there you go, guys. That is a classic example of why you want to go in nice and light with a dark color, especially one like this, because I don't want to look like I have a black eye. So it's just going to take a little bit of work and some extra clean brushes to blend that out. And then I'm taking another clean brush. Because that color will spread and you will end up looking like you have a black eye. For sure. I'm going to go back in with that first color, that first Comet color. And try to just lightly go over this and then bring it down. Without making too much of a mucky mess. I mean, it's a super blown out eye now because I went in so heavy-handed with this color. You know, if I pull my eye out, I can't tell. Like, I do see some sparkle and some shimmer there, but I have a hard time deciphering whether that's coming from that Quasar color because I had it all over my eye, or if it's more from that Galaxy color. Let's see. I'm gonna go back in with that Quasar, and I'm just gonna pop some more of it over that dark matter color, or not that dark matter, that Galaxy color. So I have more of it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that because that's about it for that eye. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up this Morphe M507 brush and I'm gonna go into that dark matter color here. Actually, yeah. And I'm gonna lightly bring that down. Why does that brush not feel very soft? Well, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go in with this Luxie 229 tapered blending brush. And soften that dark matter color underneath. And again, if I wouldn't have done my makeup already, I would probably go in here and clean up this outer area so it doesn't look so mucky, because it definitely has some muckiness to it. And I'm just gonna have to accept that right now because that is the mistake I made. Even if I go back in, like, let me see. Even if I go back in, I'm going to take a clean brush, go into that Comet color, that first color. And stipple it on out here just to lighten up that, like, edge a little bit. It cleans it up a smidge, but again, probably best to do your makeup last. So what haven't I used? I haven't used the Mercury color or the Sun color. So I haven't used either one of these. This one, the Sun, looks, on camera, it looks like it's pulling more pink. When I look down at it, it looks like it pulls more gold. This Mercury color looks like a silvery, Just looks like a silvery shimmer color, kind of like a gunmetal. So I think I'm going to pick up that sun color on this Get Lippy brush, this Beauty Bay Get Lippy brush. And, ooh, it is thundering. I hope we have a nice thunderstorm. I love a good thunderstorm. I think it's because I grew up, I was born and lived in Pennsylvania. And there is nothing, in my opinion, like a thunderstorm in the mountains. You know what I mean? Like, not in the mountains, but like in that elevated area, just rumbling off the hills. Like, oh, it's wonderful. My camera shut off again. I have no idea where. I don't know if I was talking about how much I love thunderstorms or not. But anyway, I just put that sun color in there. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this like this. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to do some eyeliner, some mascara, do something with my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. Go ahead and close my eyes, turn a little bit. So hopefully it picks up all the colors and the shifts in the colors and all of that so you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out and we can talk about it. Okay, so I just went ahead and I am still trying to find a replacement for my KVD Mad Max brown eyeliner. And I thought it was funny that I bought these two NYX eyeliners and they're both brown. This one looks more of like a chestnutty, like reddish color, and then this packaging makes it look brown, but they're both actually brown like this one. This one is a felt tip. I was going to use it and then I was like, let me put it down because I wanted to do a black eyeliner over here. But I did use this one, and it's more of like your like liquid brush. So it was alright. It was okay. Not quite what I'm looking for, but it's okay. So I went ahead and just I used that for a wing eyeliner, and then I used my KVD tattoo liner in black over here. I think that's what it's called. I think it's just in black. I don't know. I don't recall. Hold on. Oh, it's called Trooper Black. I thought it had something else. I was like, no way they named one Mad Max Brown and then whatever. So it's just Trooper Black. I use that over here. I put on the ColourPop lashes in Amore from the big package that I like. This one. I love them. They're small, they're nice, they're light. I put those on, yeah. And I went ahead and did my lips. I lined them with... Where did it go? Oh. I lined my lips with my Vive lip liner in Velvet Sands, and then I went ahead and put on this Dutsen nude lipstick. I love it. It's just a nice pale pink. This is L'Oreal. So I just did that over top for a nice neutral look. The eyeshadow palette. Do I think it's worth $55? No, I do. No, I do not. If you have a coupon or you had a coupon and got it with a coupon, I mean, I got it for $39. If you have points, if there's any way that you could get money off of it and you want to get it, then personally me and my suggestion to you would be use a coupon and get money off. I do not think it is worth $55. However, yes, there's a shift in this color, and yes, it's pretty, but is it earth-shattering? I'm not so sure. Like, I don't know why or what these people did on this video. Like, I know I watched Allie, what's her name? Allie Gines, whatever. I watched her video on it because it was one of the first ones that came out using this palette, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I kind of skipped through because she did some very basic looks, and I was like, okay, it's a basic palette, but then she used that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, but, and I was intrigued by it, and whatever. Do I think it's earth-shattering? No, I don't. I think there's plenty of other shimmers that, are going to change colors when you do, when you put it on by itself or you put it on over top a darker shade or a lighter shade. I know a lot of melts, some of their shimmers do that. I just think if you have other palettes with other shimmers and shades, like you could get something that has like a green shift like that and get it to change a little bit. I mean, the more I'm looking at it now and having it on, I don't see a huge difference between right here and right here now. I mean, I did put that sun color in on the inner corner, and you know, it's nice, but again, I don't think it's earth shattering. I don't think it's, hey, spend $55 on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shades. You know, that's, what is that? $4.58 a shade. $4.58 a shade. Times 12. Oop. 458 times 12. Yeah, that comes to $54.96. So you're paying $4.50 for a shade. If you don't have colors like this, so there are some positive points about this. The colors down here, they blended out. These mattes blended out very nice. This dark matter color was very forgiving. This galaxy color, I went in really heavy-handed, and you guys saw the mess that I started to make. It took a bit to redeem myself. I mean, do I love it? No. If I had done my makeup last, I could have cleaned it up a lot easier, and then it would have been fine. But again, that was my error to go in so heavy-handed. But otherwise, these colors are very forgiving. So in my opinion, if you don't have any shimmers or metallics or glitters, and you're like, hey, I really want to start like getting into those or playing around with them, I think this palette would be nice for that. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you want to experience with it and you want to play around with it, the colors are forgiving. They blended out nice. They blended with each other nicely. I don't think you're going to have a hard time, because then if you did have a hard time, that was really going to deter you from wanting to experiment with other shimmers and colors and things of that nature. And I think you could do some very nice, soft, easy looks with this. If you just take like a matte and then put a wash of like one of the shimmers over top, it would probably be a very nice, easy look to where you're kind of like dabbling in it, but you don't feel so much outside your comfort zone. If you were not used to using shimmers and sparkles and things like that, then I think this would be a very good beginner palette in that aspect. I still would suggest you try to get it on sale. That's me. I just don't feel like I would pay $55 for this. So I was debating it, but then I was like, and then I got my coupon from Ulta, so I was very thankful for that. But I mean, even this right here, like, this turned out so nice. It's such a soft look. I mean, again, it might be a little bit more for somebody who's not used to using these kinds of shades. But again, you don't have to use all of them together. I wanted to use as many shimmers as I could. This dark Eclipse color, oh, it blended out beautifully. So my suggestion would be, if you don't have shimmers and things like that and you want to play around with them, this would be a good beginner's palette. I do think that. Try to get it on sale. So anyway, I'm having an issue over here with this lash, and we're just not going to talk about it anymore. So let's stop messing with it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have this palette and you're like, hey, I love it, tell me why. If you have this palette and you're like, I hate it, tell me why. If you're like, hey, you should have done this or that, let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. I love talking with you guys. I love hearing your suggestions. I love hearing your comments. Like, it's just a nice, fun little community we have over here, you know, going on. And I appreciate all of you who have subscribed, all of you who, look, I said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore and I wasn't going to mention it, but you guys see me over here messing with it. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. I really appreciate you guys talking to me. It's like, it gets me all buzzed up. I'm like so excited about it. I'm like, ooh, I got a comment. Now, mind you, it might take me a little while to get back, because sometimes I get the comments when I'm at work and I can't be on my phone at work, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. So it might take me a minute to answer you, but I do see the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But again, I just want to tell you guys, I do appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this.